Good afternoon, this is Bartley back again with the 2012 Volvo. I wanted to do a follow-up video that I promised you guys on this axle reseal repair that I've done, and so far it has it's held up, and it's been a couple of weeks now actually. I cleaned all this after before or after I fixed it. I didn't get this dry dust down here. But I'm gonna run it through the blue beacon here probably tomorrow or the next day and get everything washed up. Anyway, you can see there's sealed it off. I've got a nice bead of sealant back behind there. So just for the record, this has no gasket behind it. They make a gasket that goes back here, but if you guys remember, I was in a little bit of a tight spot, trying to get that thing to stop leaking. So it can be done with sealant if you're in a bind. Anyway, something else I have started on today. I want to show you guys. This is the 11th of September, and some of you probably know Brake Safety Week is coming up through the CVSA. I think starting on the 15th of September. So I was doing a inspection on my brake systems, hoses mainly, and I discovered a problem I'm rectifying today, or fixing today. Try to get under here. The sun may be in the wrong angle, but so basically there's the brake chamber. You have a rubber hose right here that comes out of the brake chamber and goes up to a manifold up there on one of the cross members of the frame rail. And piggybacking on top of this hose is a wire that goes for the ABS sensor. And well, the light is horrible under here. Let me see if I can get a little bit better angle on that. There it is. Okay, anyway, so the factory has got these clips that hold the wire and the hose together, and just basically makes the wire follow the hose. And as I was inspecting that, I kind of rolled that back, and I discovered that this huge spot. It's pretty much everywhere that the cable, or that one of these plastic clips are attached. It's attaching the wire, the ABS wire. Over time, this truck's got 800,000 on it. Has wore into that airline, and I'm sure that the inspectors would not be amused by that at all. So I'm replacing all of them, all the ones on the back and the front. They are relatively inexpensive. I got all the hoses for roughly $175. They come, they thread in, just unscrew right there, and they thread in at the top. Just a couple of wrenches and they break loose. Mine did easy. There is some of those plastic zip ties that there's a ton of them holding one of these at the front up here. A huge bundle of airlines and wires. So you have to release them, and I've just got a sharp knife, and there's a little release tab right there at the end of my fingernail. If I can get it to focus. You get a sharp knife or a sharp object of some kind. Just be careful that you don't poke yourself. But you release that tab and then wiggle this, and it will work its way out. But there's, as you can see, there's a bunch of them. That's taken longer to get those off than it is to actually replace the hoses themselves. These here, I've already got these two threaded into the manifold here. I did use some pipe thread sealant on the threads. You can get it at any parts store, or not parts store, hardware store. Looks something like that. It's just seal pipe. I like this stuff a lot better than I do that Teflon tape. I hate the Teflon tape, to be honest. Anyway, so that's what I use to seal the threads. Excuse me. But anyway, if any of you guys are going to be running during the brake safety week, you might want to take a look at your brake systems and airlines, because they are very picky about those being chafed or rubbed, because that presents an opportunity for a huge air leak, which would cause you to not be able to stop, or your brakes to lock up, or a whole host of things could go wrong if you lose your air pressure. So anyway, that's going to conclude this video, I believe. Yeah, so everybody drive safe, and I will see you on the flip side. Goodbye.